Hi, my name is Chris, and this is my third video, which is titled Spirit, a Place of Peace. In this video, I'd like to talk about spirit, which is a state of consciousness that you can enter into, and also an environment that you can interact with in your own imagination. Now, normally when we engage in fantasy, we don't think of ourselves as engaging in a specific state of consciousness, although we do try to relax or enjoy ourselves in our fantasy life. But in this case, we're going to be talking about spirit, which is a state of consciousness and a place which you will be able to go to, where you'll be able to interact with this environment from a state of consciousness that is very specific and different from your normal daily state of consciousness. What makes spirit different is that in the state of consciousness there's no guilt, no blame, no emotional pain, and no mental pain. There's no judgment against others or yourself. It's a very relaxing, peaceful, and enjoyable state of consciousness. Also, from the state of consciousness, you can begin to understand higher truths. You can see the bigger picture in your life, and you can gain a great deal of wisdom. To begin with, let's talk about how we engage with spirit specifically. We will engage with spirit in a series of steps. First, we will create a spirit environment, and in doing this, we will have a place that we can go to, our own home, in this spirit environment, which will be exactly the way we want it. Both the home and the environment around the home will look and feel exactly the way we wish it to. Secondly, we will engage our spirit identity. Our spirit identity is the identity that lives in the spirit world all the time. At first, we will engage this spirit identity in conversation. We'll ask it questions and get a sense of what it's all about and how it sees things. Then as we become more comfortable, we will actually see through the spirit identity and see through its eyes, feel things the way it feels them, and as we ask it questions while identifying with it and looking through its eyes, we will gain a greater understanding of what spirit is and a greater comfort level with engaging in spirit. Ultimately, we will actually come to extend our identity into spirit to such an extent that our spirit identity will just be an extension of ourselves, and we will no longer think of it as being something separate from us. The first thing that we're going to do is talk about how to generate the spirit environment. The spirit environment is very peaceful. It's beautiful. It's a environment only in the sense that we see it around us and we engage in it, but it's not physical in the sense that from a spirit being's perspective, everything is consciousness. For a spirit being, it may look out and see a lake, a mountain, oceans, a living room, a bedroom, a porch. It may see the sky, the moon above, or whatever it wishes to see. But whatever it wishes to see is entirely created in his or her own mind, and it is not a product of some sort of external environment that's thrust upon him or her. The spirit being chooses his environment, and he decides what he wants it to be, both in the moment and long term. But typically it's comfortable for people to create a single spirit home that they can live in and feel comfortable with. For me, my spirit home has a porch that overlooks a lake and then a mountain behind it. Also, I have a living room and a bedroom, and I know how they're set up, and I'm comfortable with the setup so that each time I come to spirit, I'm able to navigate this area, and I have in my mind exactly what it looks like, and that's a place of comfort for me that I can go to in a moment without having to think about how to redesign it. Excuse me. The second thing you need to do is create your spirit identity, which is essentially yourself in a somewhat idealized form. Your spirit identity, as I said before, does not experience anger, does not experience guilt, hatred, shame, fear, emotional pain, psychological pain, mental agonizing over issues, and so forth. Your spirit identity is eternal. It has no lifespan. It has no physicality. It creates the body that he or she wants at any moment, and has exactly the experiences that it wants at any moment. Spirit beings also engage with other spirit beings in such a way that they have the experiences they want with others, and only those experiences. That is to say, if your spirit identity is Susan, and Susan wants to be with Jeff, then Jeff appears, and Susan and Jeff interact, and then when the interaction is over, when Susan's desire to be with Jeff is fulfilled, Jeff leaves. Jeff doesn't stay longer than he is wanted. Jeff doesn't appear before he is wanted. Each person has the experience that they want in spirit, and also Jeff is not drawn into Susan's experience in such a way that he is being forced to do something that he does not want to do. There is no force involved, and it's impossible for spirit beings to force each other to do things that they would not want to do. The only experiences that spirit beings have are what they want. So I know this sounds a bit strange, but I will explain in later videos in more detail the philosophy of spirit, how it works, and how spirit beings see things. But for now, I want you to get an introductory idea into spirit and to get a sense of how it works. Spirit beings have the experiences that they want when they want. There's no frustration, and there's no guilt. And they never harm other beings, nor could they, or would they even want to. There is simply no desire to whatsoever. So from that starting point, let's end this video, and in my next video I'll go into greater detail about what is a spirit being, how do they live, what is their personal philosophy, and how does their world function. Thank you.